Well, hello then, I do hope you're all well. I'm asking, is Bumbling Liz Truss really sunk for not triggering Article 16? Oh, sorry, this is a bit late. I had to do a bit of editing on the live stream last night of this and just didn't have the time. But anyway, Baroness Ritchie asked Professor Boyle, what's his opinion on the government's legal position on the Northern Ireland Protocol Bill? And he had something very, very interesting to say.
Well, Baroness Ritchie.
Thank you, Lord Chair. And I'll go first to Professor Boyle. What is your assessment of the government's legal position on the Northern Ireland Protocol Bill as set out on the 13th of June 2022 policy paper? And then I'll come to Professor Elliott. So, Professor Boyle.
Well, fundamentally, I can see where they're coming from. They're trying to restore power sharing. And I think they're doing it in a way which is consistent with Article 16. But where I have problems is, well, with the former Foreign Secretary, now her Prime Minister. She keeps saying that she doesn't want to use Article 16. She wants to rely on the international principle of necessity. I think this is nonsense. The international principle of necessity has no place in this debate or discussion. The focus should be on Article 16. I can't understand why she didn't want to rely on it. So if her legal position is to try to avoid Article 16, then I think she's basically sunk. Because if she refuses to rely on Article 16, if she won't serve the derogation notice and engage in the consultations envisaged by the appendix, I think it's Appendix 7 of the protocol, but there is a procedure there. If she won't engage in that, if the government won't engage in that, then they've had it. But if they will engage in it, if they will locate their defence in Article 16 and the restoration of power sharing, then I think they have a very strong case indeed. And the European Commission would be lost for decent arguments, in my view.
Thank you.
Now, the thing is, I found a bit baffling was his view in the power sharing position. For me, I just don't think the government gives a monkeys about what happens in Northern Ireland, if I'm honest. But I found what he had to say about our new Prime Minister very interesting, about the principle of necessity and all that jargon and Article 16. So who's right? Professor Boyle? If so, why won't she trigger it? If Professor Boyle is wrong, then clearly he doesn't know his onions and doesn't know what he's talking about either, does he? And I did notice a lot of you in the chat in this live stream saying that he had a hint of bias in him. And to be honest, I could say the same as well. I got that feeling. Especially when he possibly misspoke and said about getting the DU into power. Very interesting turn of phrase he said there, didn't he? So is Liz Truss sunk if she doesn't go down the route of Article 16? Or doesn't Article 16 do exactly what our Dizzy Lizzy and our extreme Brexit Tory government want it to do? Who knows? Anyway, before I go, I'll just let you know that what I will do in this bit is, the reason why I cut this up was because, for simple reason, I just found what he had to say was quite interesting. But what I will do at the same time, I shall put the full version of when Professor Elliott had his say, so you can watch both of them, see what they both had to say on this situation with the question that Baroness Ritchie had to say. So I shall leave the video here, and until the next time, possibly Monday. Well, probably will be Monday because I'm not really interested in watching the funeral, can't be bothered. So I shall see you Monday. Do have a wonderful weekend, and don't worry, it'll soon be all over. So I shall bid you farewell and take care.